we trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you, trusting in you. We're trusting in you, trusting in you.
Well, hey, Mr. Adam.
Oh, hey, Mr. Mark.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, it's Mr. Adam and Mr. Mark, and we are so excited to be back with you once again as your hosts for this week's
The Clintonville Community Center annual Easter egg hunt.
No, for this week's Vacation Bible School.
Oh, yeah.
And this week we are going to learn all about how we can trust in Jesus' power because Jesus helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
Well, I could use some cold because my air conditioner just was not working today.
No, not cold. Bold, like my bold fashion statement to wear my cardigan backwards. Or perhaps some better examples might be when we're going to follow along with John and Peter as they teach about Jesus, or we meet Lauren, who's boldly serving in her community center, and even we're going to make some bold blasters. It's going to be great.
I got nothing.
Well then, how about we get going?
That's right. I can't wait. All aboard!
Oh, hi everybody. It's me, Chug, checking back in from the Rocky Mountain Railway. You know what? We've had a crazy couple days so far. We had that big windstorm come through and it knocked all those trees down, and then the tracks were damaged. But I heard great news. I heard that they were able to get them cleared out, get them fixed up, and those M&Ms are going to be going out to all the world. Hey, Cam, do you hear the good news too? They got everything fixed up. You're going to be heading out this afternoon.
Yep. I heard you was cheering on me and my men, and I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, we're so excited.
We worked
so
so
proud
hard.
of you.
But, hey, look over there. Are those free M&Ms?
What? Free M&Ms? Wait, hold on, Cam. I think this is just a brown pebble. I don't think this is a free M&M. Let me see. Well, it's not a pebble, but I don't think it's an M&M either. Hey,
Hey, want to buy a water bottle?
Hey, Cam, what you doing?
I'm not Cam. I am Sam. I'm Sam, the souvenir salesman. Hi, you want to buy some water bottles? The Rocky Mountain Railway, Jesus Power pulls us through. Bought water bottles, only 3 for $4.
Oh, Cam, I know it's you. I can recognize you.
Well,
What are you doing? Why are you trying to hide?
I don't know if I'm trying to hide. I'm just a little nervous. Have you seen the superintendent?
Well, yeah.
Train
He was
superintendent?
looking for you. He's trying to get out.
Oh, well.
You got to get those M&Ms on the track.
Well, he wants me to drive the train not just around the bend, but he wants me to take it up the big mountain to the tippy top,
Oh, that's
and then
steep.
down to the other side.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to.
Are you scared, Cam?
Just a little teeny tiny bit.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. We all have times in life when we have to face scary, difficult things. Sometimes things that are outside of what we're used to. And when that happens to me, I try and remember that Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus.
Jesus' power helps us because the God who made that mountain, he can get you up and over that mountain as well. And you don't have to go through it alone because Jesus is going to be there with you each and every mile of track you go over, Cam.
That sounds good. It sounds possible.
Well, I can tell you're still a little bit nervous. So I'll tell you what. This is my Bible buddy band for the day. And on it is this Bible verse, Isaiah 40:29. Do you know what Isaiah 40:29 tells us, Cam?
I do not.
It tells us that God gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. It reminds us that Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus. Well, that's
You know what?
encouraging.
Why don't you take this Bible Buddy Band and you keep it with you on your trip? And if you ever feel worried or you ever feel upset, you look at it and you remember that Jesus is with you and his power helps pull us through.
Thanks, Chug. I will. Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus.
Well, we better get going.
Those M&Ms aren't going to deliver themselves.
All aboard!
All aboard.
Woo! Woo!
I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. 'Cause God is here and he is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible Adventures. It's me, Jenny, along with some of our junior high youth group here at Grace Bible Church. I'm so glad you're here with us this week where we're discovering amazing things about Jesus' power. This week we're exploring how Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus!
Today's power-packed, totally true story comes to us from the book of Acts. And to experience it, we're going to travel back to Bible times to the city of Jerusalem. And because this whole story kicks off with someone who can't walk, we're going to see what that might look like by having these guys carry one of their friends across the canopy on a mat. Wow, I am glad that today most people who can't walk can get around in wheelchairs. Can you imagine what it would be like to get around by having your friends carry you to school or to your job? That would be hard. Today, if somebody can't walk, they can still live a fully productive life. But back in Bible times in Jerusalem, you couldn't be a carpenter or a fisherman or a potter or even a priest. What you had to do was sit on a mat and hold out your hands and ask for money. Well, one day, 2 Christians who you might remember from the Bible, Peter and John, came up to the temple. They were going to the temple that day. And instead of walking right by the lame man, they stopped and they looked him in the eye. They had something for him, and it was much better than he could ever expect. Peter looked boldly at the man and said, "I don't have silver or gold to give you, but what I have, I give to you. In the name of Jesus, get up and walk." But wait, what? This man hadn't walked in 40 years. How does that happen? 40 years is a long, long time. You're telling me words just made him walk? Oh, yes. Yes, they did. Let's keep watching. The man jumped up and started praising God. That was not the end of this story in Acts 3. This miracle caused quite a commotion in Jerusalem, and pretty soon a large crowd formed. They all wanted to know why this man, who hadn't walked in 40 years, was suddenly able to walk. Well, Peter and John did not lose out on this opportunity, and they took another time to be very bold, and they started teaching the crowd about Jesus. They taught how Jesus came to earth and died on the cross for our sins. They told the people how they really need Jesus. Well, that ended up being a problem because some of the people in the crowd were not fans of Jesus. You see, some people, including some of Jerusalem's top leaders, thought Jesus was a liar. And therefore, they thought the Christians who believed in Jesus were liars also. They got so mad that Peter and John were teaching about Jesus that they seized them with guards and had them arrested and put in jail for the night. The next day, they told Peter and John that they needed to stop teaching about Jesus. They didn't even want them to mention the name or else. So Peter and John had a decision to make. Do they stay quiet and stay safe? Or do they keep teaching about Jesus and probably get into big trouble? Well, when they thought about it, they knew that people needed to know about Jesus. They needed to share the love of Jesus. So they knew that they needed to be bold and step forward and keep talking about Jesus. The Bible tells us that on that day, 5,000 men believed in Jesus. Wow, 5,000. That doesn't even count the women and children who might have been there. Wait, that got me to thinking. I know about Jesus because somebody boldly told me about Jesus. It was my mom and dad and grandparents. I'm wondering who might have boldly told you about Jesus and who you might tell. We know that Jesus' power made someone so bold that they could tell us about Jesus. We know that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus. Let's finish our story about Peter and John. The angry leaders threatened them and commanded them not to talk about Jesus anymore. Then they let Peter and John go. Those Christian men went back to their Christian friends and told them everything that had happened to them over those few days. And do you know what their friends did? They stopped right there and they prayed with Peter and John. And they prayed that God would give them boldness. I know that we all need courage when it comes to being bold in what we believe. But you're surrounded by friends here who want to remind you that you never face anything alone. I'd like to pray for you right now. God knows what you need boldness in. Jesus, thank you for always being right here with us and never leaving us. Thank you for being here even when it feels like we're all alone. Thank you for being here even when it feels like no one else is going through tough stuff. Thank you for being here in our lives, pouring courage and boldness on us. Jesus, I love you and we thank you for being here with us and help us to trust you. In your name, amen.
Hey everybody, Railway Rick, and I should be quiet. You're not gonna believe what I saw just beyond the pine trees. I saw a mountain lion. You know, Sierra, the mountain lion, she's our Bible buddy for the day. Sometimes she's very quiet, but sometimes she pounces very boldly. Oh, she didn't hear me. Reminds us that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
Hey, you want to hear a train joke? Do you? It's a really good one.
Okay, quietly. There's a mountain lion just right over there.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll say it quiet.
Okay.
Okay. What do you call a train that sneezes?
I don't know. What do you call a train that...
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Oh my God, it's coming for us!
Get it? Get it?
Is everyone on board for another exciting day? I'm roaring to go. My name is Sierra, and I'm a mountain lion. Now, you might think lions only belong in Africa, but North America has their lions too. My friends and I go by other names like pumas, panthers, catamounts, and cougars. That's because I live all over the western part of the globe, and different people have different names for me. In fact, aside from humans, no other mammal covers such a large range of territory. I am one cool cat, aren't I? My tawny fur doesn't start out like this. As a baby, I had spots. I think God gave me those so I'd blend in with the tall grass where my mother hid me. After my brothers and sisters and I were old enough to hunt, we left our pride and went out on our own. Most of the time, I'm pretty quiet. After all, if I'm making a lot of noise, it's gonna be hard for me to sneak up on my lunch. Shh, be quiet. A girl's gotta eat. Of course, there are times when I need to make a big, bold noise. Even though I look a lot like a lion, I don't roar. I've got a pretty intimidating scream, though. Isn't that the cat's meow? When I need to catch a meal, I have to move fast. I'm glad God gave me such powerful legs to run, jump, and pounce. Without those mighty muscles, I'd go hungry. God made my legs so powerful, mountain lions can jump up to 18 feet high and 40 feet long. That'd be like me jumping on top of your house. God created me with muscles to leap and pounce. Sometimes you need to boldly leap or pounce on an opportunity. Maybe it's hard to be bold when you need to make a new friend. Tell the truth. Or boldly talk about Jesus. The Bible has this powerful promise for you. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. You can trust that Jesus' power will give you the strength you need to be bold. Jesus is right with you, cheering you on all the way. Pounce on the opportunity. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
Hey everybody, Mr. Adam here with Kid Vid Cinema. And today we're gonna meet another regular kid just like you. And you know what? She's got a brother and a sister, and she's got a fish named Peaches. How great is that? And what's so amazing is through Jesus' power, she serves at...
Hey! I'm a lot cooler than this kid. What's my power serve?
Let's check in with Kid Vid Cinema.
Meet Lauren. She's your pretty typical kid. She loves Legos and animals.
These are freshwater fish. Mine is Peaches. My brother's is Green Lantern. My sister's is Uma.
She loves learning.
My favorite subject in school is writing. I did write. This is kind of like a comic book.
She also loves cruising around her basement on her scooter and bouncing on trampolines. Lauren also serves Jesus in a big, bold way by serving at her local food kitchen.
I saw all the people who didn't have food, so I wanted to help them. My first time I served in community kitchen, I tried it in California and I wanted to do it here. So I told my mom and she found a place and she said I can go.
First thing, she meets with her crew to get a plan for the day.
It feels nice and it feels like God wants me to do this because it's important that people who don't have very much things, that we need to care for them. I am the drink and dessert person. When I do desserts, I walk back and forth taking down desserts and putting them on a table.
Once everything is set up, they say a prayer before everyone is served.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the food that you're
It's time to start serving.
When they start, we have to pour the drinks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow! Isn't it cool to see Lauren's boldness as she serves and meets all these grown-ups?
You're welcome. We serve juice, we serve milk, and we serve coffee, hot chocolate. It makes me feel bold when I show them that I care about them and that they are important and that we should care for them. And they're always happy when I'm there. That makes me feel good. Welcome.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Lauren enjoys serving so much, she invites others to serve with her.
My brother wants to go with me, so he'll come next time.
In the Bible, the book of Isaiah tells us, He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless.
God has given me the power to show people that they matter and that it's kind to care for people who need stuff and who are just on the streets, who don't have food, who don't have homes. They need stuff, and I got the power from God to show them that they matter.
Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Wow, that Lauren is way cooler than me.
I know.
She's so bold in helping serve in a local food kitchen.
I know. How amazing is that? And you know what? Her mom didn't drag her along. She was the one that wanted to go. And you know what? Serving in a local food kitchen, that's not the only way that Jesus' power can help you be bold. Trust Jesus. You know what? You might invite a friend to watch Vacation Bible School next week. Or you might tell a friend about Jesus or even offer to pray for them. Or talk to a grandparent about Vacation Bible School and what you're learning about Jesus. All of these are different ways that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So
Welcome back to Imagination Station. I'm so glad to see you here. I can't even imagine all the discoveries we'll make today. But you know what comes first, right? I just have to ask, did you bring your imagination today? Uh-oh, looks like some of you forgot again. And we're going to need a bunch of imagination today. That's why I had a chat with my friend Sierra. You've met Sierra, haven't you? Sierra the mountain lion? Well, Sierra told me something amazing about herself and her mountain lion friends. Mountain lions like Sierra can leap up to 15 feet in the air. That's higher than most ceilings. Let's see if we can do that. Everybody hop up. And on the count of 3, let's see how high we can jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, I don't think any of us jumped as high as 15 feet. Let's try one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That was fun, but I don't think we'll ever be able to match Sierra, without a trampoline, that is. Sierra and her mountain lion friends are so cool. Which do you think is stronger in a mountain lion? Do they have a stronger sense of smell or a stronger sense of hearing? Think about your answer. Ready? Okay, let's get that drum roll going so I can reveal the amazing answer. And the answer is mountain lions have a weak sense of smell, but they have an extremely sensitive and powerful sense of hearing. Imagine that! Speaking of power, today we're discovering that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Sometimes we may not feel very bold, especially when it comes to sharing our faith in Jesus. You've probably heard the phrase, practice makes perfect, right? Well, we'll never be perfect, but practice can help us be bold. It's kind of like this. You take one little step, like praying before lunch at school. Maybe someone asks you why you do that. So you take the next little step and say, you're thanking God for your food. Then maybe you take another little step. Say that you're really thankful to God for sending Jesus, and so on, and so on, and so on. Each bold step makes the next step a little easier. It's a matter of momentum. Let me show you what I mean. This chain by itself isn't very bold. It just sits in the bucket. That's kind of like our lives without Jesus. We can't do a whole lot on our own, just like this chain can't do anything on its own. But when we have Jesus in our lives, his power helps us. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Now, watch what happens when we add the unexpected power of momentum to the chain. Wow! Did you see that? The power of momentum made the chain boldly jump out of the bucket. Wow! When we have Jesus in our lives, he can help us be bolder than we ever thought possible. Now it's time to introduce today's sciencey fun gizmo. Behold, the Bold Blaster. Let's see what it can do. Well, that was kind of a dud. Let's try again. This Bold Blaster sure isn't very bold. Something must be missing. I'm going to add the power pack. That should help the Bold Blaster be bold. Let's see what happens. Put your arm out totally level and... Wow! All right, now it's your turn to try it. Pull out your Bold Blaster kit and lay it out. You should have 2 pieces. The green tube and the green straw with the red rubber ball. To assemble, hold the red rubber ball and place the green tube over the straw. To drop, hold your arm out straight and level. Wow! Now it's your turn to try out your Bold Blaster. Does it matter which way you attach the power pack? Can you get your Bold Blaster to jump as high as Sierra the mountain lion? When you play with your Bold Blaster, remember, with Jesus, our boldness can reach new heights. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Take a few minutes to play with your Bold Blaster. And when it's time to come back, you'll hear the train whistle. Have fun! Well, believe it or not, we've come to the end of our time at Imagination Station. Take your Bold Blaster and put it inside of a baggie so you don't lose any of the pieces. If you have a Try This at Home sticker, it will help you to remember today's point, that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. All right, well, we will see you back here next time at Imagination Station.
My name's Cam Track, and I'm too afraid to go up that hill. I just want to stay down here and eat all my giant M&Ms.
Hey, that's not how it went.
Well, I know, but I do like eating these giant M&Ms.
Me too.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, we had such a great night at VBS. Thanks so much for joining us.
A lot of fun.
It was so much fun to learn that Jesus' power helps us be bold.
Trust Jesus.
Hey, I want to boldly say that we would love to see you back here next week. We've got 2 more weeks of Vacation Bible School. I can't wait to see you.
Hey,
And
don't forget about the God sightings.
yes,
Please send those in. We like to see them a
We
lot.
love seeing them every week and hearing about what God has been doing in your guys' lives. All right, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.
We're going to just keep eating these M&Ms.
These are good.
I know, they're kind of minty.
We should have got more. Got more of a train car full of them.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because yeah, the Word up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone.
I will put my hope in you, Lord. You alone are everything I need. My hope is in you alone, in you alone. I will put my hope in you, Lord. You alone are everything I need. My hope is in you alone, in you alone.
Heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and
Everything I need. My hope is in you alone,
in you alone. Heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and
everything I need. My hope is in you alone,
in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
Can I stop smiling now?